All right, hello everyone. Welcome back to another day of Discoing the Elysium. In the last episode, we finished up the Phasmid task. As you can see, they are gone. And then we talked to Gart about something. I don't remember what. And he was very insulting about the karaoke because I forgot to follow up. I continually find that I'm forgetting to follow up on scripts. Like, it's expecting me to go back to the person after doing something, and I'm just like, not. Whoops. But anyways. Cool. Phone's going off. Checking the thing. My bitrate still doesn't show up, and I don't know why. But I see I have viewers. Hello, viewers. Oh, hi, Shane. Just about the dumpster. I talked to Gart about the dumpster. All right. Just being like, hey, who cleaned that shit up? As I remember, he didn't have much helpfulness. Or helpful information. But okay, so we are pissing competition. It's funny that these are just never going to get cleared. I'm curious. This still makes me very confused about how to possibly do that. And then, no, not that one. Where is it? Yes, this one. This one is what I'm most curious about because I don't understand how to get the boardwalk thingy to pop up. And I'm really curious how to get to the island. So that's where my head is at. But when I was last hanging out with Shane, they were talking to me about how there's quite a lot of like unexplored stuff. As you guys might have noticed from past streams, I'm opening day one stuff for the amount that I tend to like just walk by shit. But you know, it's making for a unique experience for everybody to watch. Oh yeah, we don't have to go around the bookstore to get down there though. Sorry, I had it on the brain to go back down here. Can you? I thought you could. It closed again? I thought it was opened. Oh, there it is. There we go. I found it. Because Shane was explaining that there's some unexplored stuff in here. I thought I'd gone through it all, but I guess I was being a bit too vague or brief about my exploration. I do enjoy the flashlight, quite frankly. Like the way it just works with the physics is fun for me. Okay, there we go. Yes. Ooh, and immediately finds money. Yes, I will take that. Thank you. 45 cents. Yeah. I can't remember the last purchase. I think no, I didn't. I stole the bird thing. What was the last purchase? Whatever the last purchase was. It's almost like I didn't make it at this point. Got so much money. Is this thawed now?
This orange machine is buzzing like an old submarine.
I thought I unplugged
it. It has a hand-cranked ice cream churner on top and an electric freezer that appears to be frozen shut.
But I thought I unplugged it. Now I'm frustrated. Why did I think I unplugged it? Fine. What's in here? Did we already go in here?
Only the black cable is plugged into the breaker box,
Oh.
while the red one lies neglected on the floor.
Okay, so maybe it's that I thought I did this, but I didn't. Unplug the black cable.
Something close to you dies with a soft electric purr.
Purr.
Why did you do that?
Because I can, Kim. It's black. It's not like it's a red one. Is that how bombs work? Because it's black, the color of immeasurable cosmos? Sure. I don't know why I unplugged it. I do things without any reason. That might be true. Neither of these are good. But I don't know if telling him that we have no reason for our actions is good either. He's already unimpressed with us, let's be honest. I don't know, I just did it because I could.
The lieutenant raises his brows, but doesn't say anything.
Uh,
The electric distribution board now has one cable missing.
Plug in the giant red cable.
Somewhere in the dark, a giant electrical mammal stirs to life.
All right. We've messed with stuff. Let's leave. See what that does. Maybe I can open this now?
This orange machine is dead still. It has a hand-cranked ice cream
Slowly
churner
melting.
and an electric
Judging
freezer.
me, eh,
The
Shane?
ice around it slowly melting.
You don't need to judge me. I do that myself. I don't need help. Nobody needs enemies when they got a brain like this. Oh my god. I am absolutely my own worst enemy. But anyways, if not me, my intrusive thoughts. He said it's slowly melting, so because we unplugged it, try to crank open the lid. Turn the ice cream crank? Try to open the lid.
You slip your fingers under the frozen lid, but the ice is too cold for you to get a good grip. A pry bar would come in handy here.
Oh. Okay.
No, this is going to need something else. Some kind of super pry bar.
Oh, like Shane was
Don't
saying.
even try to open it with a regular pry bar. You're just wasting your time.
So I still need to find a different pry bar. Because you were hinting, or I don't know if you directly said or hinted, but you were mentioning that, like, your pry bar is not strong enough. And I'm like, how do you upgrade it? But it sounds like I just need to find a bigger, better, stronger pry bar.
If you want to try again, then you need to have the pry bar in your hand, detective.
Thanks for that. I had already put that together, but you said it wasn't good enough.
Equip the pry bar by going to the Tools tab in your inventory. From there, you can equip it to a held slot.
Like I said, day one content, because I'm awesome. Okay, so the implication there was that the pry bar's not strong enough. Like, that was my understanding. And I wanted the bag because I want the freaking tear. But I guess we don't find tear. We haven't noticed tear down here as much as money, so it's fine. I don't think this is going to work, but they implied that it might.
This orange machine is dead still.
Damn.
It has a hand-cranked ice cream churner and an electric freezer. The ice around it slowly melting.
Yeah, so this is just a different way of saying the same thing, eh? Okay, so get a better pry bar. Noted. Note to self. Pry bar sucks. Fuck you, pry bar. We'll put the bag back in our hand. It's more useful, apparently. Moving on. We turned something on. Why don't we go find the thing we turned on? There's a Kim. That. Okay, go that way. I can do this. Ooh. Did we turn
The
this on?
bear's eyes are still glowing red, watching over all the ice cream
Well, it was
wrappers
already
hidden
turned on.
inside its belly.
Close the door. Wonder what we turned on. I guess we'll find out. Gotta keep going. What's over here? And then we already went to this as well, right?
A thick layer of coal dust covers the furnace, coloring it pitch black.
Why would I smear my hands with coal? I'm gonna try this. Yell hello into the furnace.
Something breaks loose in you. A mighty bellow echoes throughout the chimney's depths. The chatter of tiny voices above suddenly cease. Then,
Hello?
Okay. You can hear a woman's voice answer. This is the police. Who's there? I summoned the ghost of this doomed commercial area. Answer me, spirit. Hello, are you there? Speak to me. I feel like maybe revealing that we're police, not a good idea as a starting point. I mean, I wouldn't talk to the cops. So, as a strategy, we're going to start with just asking them to talk more.
Hello? Did you say anything? I can't hear you. Please come upstairs. There's a safety curtain on the second floor. I'll open it.
I see. Is it that we just, like, messed up the roll in the last... And I don't know. Like, because or maybe I just didn't do it. Anyway, cool. I got the curtain opened. Now we can go talk to the lady.
you hear a low rumble upstairs. The sound of a curtain being pulled aside.
Aside. Okay, cool.
After you, officer.
The lieutenant nods, then points upstairs. Smear your hands with coal. Anyways, leave. Okay. Right, so upstairs is this way, right? Here's some stairs. Yes. Head toward the stairs, please. Stairs. We already looked at that. How did we get to her? I don't recall. Is it over here? Over there? No. This is a dead end, right? Yeah. That's the way out. How did... I don't remember. That's... yeah. How did we get upstairs? My brain is not braining right now. I shall continue to advance. Well, these are up some stairs. Right, we go around there, don't we? Something's coming to me, I think. I am having a bit of a headache today, but... What's new? Chronic pain. Yeah, it's over here. Okay, I remember. I think. Woo! Stairs! Yeah! I did it! My memory vaguely worked. Don't expect that of me most of the time. Yay! I found things! Ooh, I want a space like this. Maybe a little bit more sturdy floor, though. That scares me. What's this? This tray is full of dice. Colorful polyhedron dice. Hundreds of them. Trish would be very happy. I guess you wouldn't mind either, eh, Shane? I just know that Trish tends to buy, like, more and more and more dice. Actually, there's a lot of people I know that do that. The candy dispenser has been repurposed to contain thousands of dice. Nice. Okay, so this person is a DM. Yeah? Is that the idea? Hello, person.
Hello, I'm Neha.
Neha. Novelty dice maker. They make them, which also means they should be a DM. We can agree, right? Anyway. A bird-like woman sits on a throne of tools with emerald light shining through her hair. Oh, cool.
Did you try knocking on my window? I must have missed you. I've been listening to my Melius.
She taps on her headphones. Very nice.
So what kind of dye are you looking for?
My brain immediately was like, she must be talking about dye for fabric. No. She's a dice maker. Hello. Not a dice maker, or dice nerd, rather. Just enough to play. Yeah, no. Trish is huge into the dice. Like, she shares a lot about, like, oh, these ones are so pretty, and these ones are so pretty, and pretty sure she owns a lot, too. Anyways, what dice are we looking for?
She's got a direct view to the backyard. You should interrogate her about the lynching.
But also, curious about the dice, honestly. Hold on. What do you mean by milieu? I don't know if we need to know that. You know what we should have done is removed the flashlight. I'm just like freaking flashing her right in the face. Hey, hi, how's it going? Want to talk to me? Talk to me now. Talk to me now. Oh my God. Hopefully she doesn't hate me. You must have me confused with someone else. I haven't knocked on your window. No. Yeah. Anyway, why are you asking me about dice? Move on. Never mind. I'll be back later. Oh, that's not much to work with. Okay. We'll start with 2 then, I guess. You must have me confused with someone else. I haven't knocked on your window.
Then how did you get inside? By the south entrance? You know what? It doesn't even matter. What matters is that you're finally here. Let's talk dice. Did you have something specific in mind?
She blinks. I guess since there's not... But so we can't ask her about the investigation? I don't get it. All right, what do you mean by milieu? Milius?
Yes, Amelia is like a call-in station. You need a two-way radio to access one. That's why I have these.
She pats the headphones on the table.
Mostly, they just teach you to swear in different languages. But some of the stations can be quite interesting. I was so absorbed, I must have missed you knocking.
That's fun. I can think as a kid of, like, the only words I was really learning in other languages were swear words. Don't really know much now except for like how to swear in French-ish because they cuss the church. They're like nasty tabernacle. Like, but that's exactly saying tabernacle. But that's all I know because I'm Canadian. Otherwise I just curse in the Englishes. But if you guys want to inform me, that's always a fun thing to learn in the comments. Why are you asking me about dice? Move on.
I'm a novelty dice maker. Tell me the name of your role-playing system and I'll make the die you need. That's why you're here, yes?
Damn, she customizes dice to how you play. Is that a thing in the real world? Damn, that sounds really cool.
Role-playing games? You know the one made by Fortress Accident. Does that count?
I don't know, we just learned about it. Sure, I like role-playing games and I need some dice. No. Maybe I'm not really sure why I'm here, honestly. No, I was looking for something else. Squint your eyes mysteriously. Answers! I'm not interested in buying dice right now. I'm a police officer and I need to ask some questions. Though I think this one is funny, I think 4 is much more reasonable.
Of course, I can see that. I just thought you were a police officer looking for dice. How else can I help you then?
That's amazing! Aw, so naive and sweet-minded. But of course, you understand I'm looking for you. That's why I'm flashing you in the face with my flashlight. She tilts her bird-like head.
No falsehoods are present. She's a novelty dice maker and doesn't have anything to hide. Ask what you need.
It's nice to live so clean. I bet, What? This is just me. Got nothing to hide. Don't like it? Go away. I'm making dice. How did you become a dice maker? I don't know if we need to get into that. Okay. I'd like to order a die from you. LOL. What do you know about the man who was lynched behind the whirling in rags? That's what matters, right? Hey, where are you Hey, where are we anyway? What is this place? Look around the room. That's a fair question. Sorry, I'm realizing I have a headache, and so I'm just gonna take a quick Tylenol again. I think I did this in the last stream too, because things are going great. Should we, this is what really matters, but I also am curious what this is gonna lead to. All right, we'll focus on the priority for now. Do you know anything about the lynching? Did you see anything?
Nothing really. I didn't know him.
But did you see anything?
The lieutenant looks at his notebook. Then the woman under the large window.
Just dancing with my flashlight. Woo, woo, woo. Okay.
Your window looks directly onto the courtyard. You're saying you didn't see or hear anything unusual last Sunday evening?
He is sus about her.
I'm sorry, detective, but as you know, I usually have my headphones on when I'm working. It shuts out most of the daily ruckus behind my window.
That's an interesting way of wording that. As you know, a different way would have been to be like, as I mentioned. Because, you did just meet these people, but okay. Because, I guess I find it funny. You can't always expect someone to know something if you just told it to them. Sometimes it's in and out the brain immediately. You need to tell people some things like asking someone or expecting someone to know something is like having told them repeatedly many times. Usually. Remembering, knowing are two different things as well. So telling them once, remembering, okay, but knowing, I don't know. I'm being pedantic about language now. Moving on. What do you mean by the daily ruckus? Probably fucking Kuno. And you never took your eyes off the work to look out the window. Fair. Do you often work Sunday nights? Do we even know he was murdered on a weekend? I see. Thank you for your answers. Even though there hasn't been any. What do you mean by the daily ruckus?
Well, there's always something going on in the Whirling's backyard.
She stops to try and come up with an example.
During daytime, there are usually those kids. And lately, I've been seeing a lot of drunk workers hanging about. Must be because of the strike.
Yeah, I got nothing better to do.
She's heard of the murder, but did not see it, sire.
Why always the sire?
But I never saw anyone during that fateful Sunday night, I'm afraid.
She looks up at the window. Pale light comes in. And you never took your eyes off the work to look out the window?
I might have, but in this case, all I would have seen is my own reflection staring back from the darkness.
Certainly at night, yeah. She admits.
It's light here, but dark in the yard at night.
Okay, that I get. Because using sire is more dramatic. It's just so excessive, though. But yeah, I know. I guess that's why Drama and I generally don't get along.
It's really hard to make anything out in the yard when it's dark outside. Besides, I rarely get up to look out the window when I'm in the zone.
Yeah, I use curtains because you're just like in a spotlight being inside versus outside at night. Because the light's inside, right? The easier spot to see is wherever the light is higher. Easier to see outside when it's daylight. Easier to see inside when it's nighttime. Circumstantially. Do you often work Sunday nights?
It's an odd profession, making dice for people, but I like it, and I prefer doing this to sitting at home.
I'm like, could you not just make dice at home? I see. Thank you for your answers.
She nods.
So she was not very
Anything
helpful.
else, officer?
Okay. I think I'd like to order dice. Hilarious. I'm just like, it's tempting, but I think we need our money for other things. Hey, where are we anyways? What is this place? Look around the room.
We're inside the chimney of an old central furnace. It's strange, I know.
Yeah. Hence how fictional and made up the floor is. Like, too many people messaging. Or I should say, like, piecemealed. That's the word I mean. Piecemealed that floor is. Not fictional, because it's there, but seems very temporary. Anyway, she looks at the ruddy bricks that make up the walls. Even though they've been repainted, there are still signs of coal-black soot here and there. Ugh.
But when I arrived here, all the other rooms were taken, so I had to build myself a makeshift home. Besides, I don't really have to pay any rent here, so that's a plus.
Wait, but didn't she say something about not being at home? That this wasn't home? I'm so confused. Okay.
Creative.
True. The lieutenant looks around the spacious room, its ceiling fading into shadows above. Oh no, more space for another crabman to crawl around that we can't see? I've heard this place is cursed. Did you know that people call it the doomed commercial area? Do you know what happened to other tenants? Everyone else is gone. It's a fair question. Let's start with, had you heard the place is cursed?
I've heard the stories, but I don't think those stories are true.
She nods as the wind howls in from the furnace shaft above. Wait, how do you even explain what happened to all those companies then? How do you explain? Placence is the one who sent me. She's convinced that the place is swarming with malicious energies. Kind of not true. Wait, how do you explain what happened to all the companies then? I mean, I feel like, a general bad economy could have something to do with it. War and such.
It's just capitalism. We only hear about tales of success, so it's often surprising to realize how many ventures actually fail.
Okay, that is really true. Like I was saying in my last stream, people who are successful failed like a jillion times. No one is successful in their first go. And if they are, it's often not sustainable because you don't learn much getting successful immediately. Anyway, she shrugs. Placence is the one who sent... Oh, we don't have a choice. God dang it. Sent me. She's convinced that the place is swarming with malicious energies.
Plaisance, the bookshop lady?
Yeah.
I've heard that her business is doing rather well. Have the energies spared her somehow?
She raises her brows. Excuse me. Same old. Girl don't sleep because she's too busy being sore. Placence is a wise woman. She has Seminese trinkets protecting her against the curse that we broke. Actually, the bookstore isn't doing that well. There are hardly any customers, and she has to exploit her own daughter to keep the company going. I don't know if she has to. She just does and is willing to. The curse is just biding its time, biding. The curse is just biding its time before it strikes again. Sooner or later, everyone will fail, even her. Such fucking positivity. I don't know why the bookstore hasn't gone bankrupt yet. That's what I'm here to investigate. Not true. I don't like any of these. They're all stupid. But you know, if there's one that's most accurate, I guess, because they're all fucking really dumb, we're gonna go with this one, that it's not actually doing that great.
All right. But it's not just the bookstore that's still up and running. What about the whirling in rags? Some people say it's part of the building complex.
Okay, yeah, but it's housing and food. Like, usually the thing that survives through war and other things is places that provide housing and food. Unless they get blown up too. Or like wrecked or destroyed. Because like everybody needs it, so that's where they're going to be putting their money. That just makes sense. It's not luxury like dice. Anyway. Or books, despite how necessary they are. They're also a luxury compared to food and shelter. Anyway, hold on. The whirling is part of the doomed commercial area? My guy, it's across the street. Of course it is. Anyways, yes, but it's still a separate building. The malicious energies can't reach there. No, the whirling isn't doing well either. Its waitress just took off. Its waitress just took off and customers have trouble paying bills. Because we scared her off and we're not paying bills? Wow, Harry. You're right. The whirling doesn't really look like it's cursed. I'm gonna go with 4 because I think the rest is fucking garbage.
And then there is me.
She sighs, looking at her messy work table. All kinds of tools lie there scattered, from knives to carving files to wire cutters. What's a carving file? I'm gonna have to look that up later. I'm curious.
I've been here for 14 years, selling novelty dice to role-playing enthusiasts. Not exactly a million-real business idea, yet somehow I've survived despite the talk of malicious energies. Strange, isn't it?
Indeed. What? Oh, standing before them, the customer in question. Like, she is the, what do you mean, Shane? Sorry, missing that one. This is curious, though. She makes a point that she's just like, why am I still okay?
Maybe it's just because she's so talented that she's been able to woo the curse.
I'll take it, but probably not. Places thinks it's because you're the source of it, a malignant entity. That's dumb. It's because you're competent and dedicated to your craft. The curse doesn't affect people like you. That's very nice to say. We could say that. The curse will get you. Have no doubt about it. It just doesn't care about earthly time frames. Okay, whatever. I'll be the first to admit there are many inconsistencies in this so-called curse. That one's good as well. I mean, because it's woo-woo. But I like the idea of complimenting her. This one acknowledges the bullshit that is the curse, though. So I think we're gonna go with 4.
I was just about to ask, what do you think? Do you think the curse is real?
She leans forward in her chair to study your face. I think it still might be you that's causing this. Narrow your eyes very mysteriously. Jesus Christ. I'm starting to see that there is no curse, only business decisions and natural market fluctuations. Yeah. Honestly, I'm still not sure. This world is a puzzling place. Yes, but also, like, interesting facts. A lot of the woo-woo that people talk about that, like, is worth your time. You know, what's a good one? Auras. They're measurable by science. Those are worth your time, but otherwise, no, it's just bullshit. I'm starting to see that there is no curse, only business decisions and natural market fluctuations.
Exactly. Truth is always so disappointingly mundane and boring.
She pinches the root of her nose. Yeah, no, that's... People lie to make life exciting and or avoid the excitingness of it. I don't know. No, actually to avoid the boringness of it a lot of the time. That's true. Interesting thought.
But I'm glad we got this sorted out. Anything else I can help you with today?
LOL.
That's all she has to say on the subject. She's been thorough and truthful, as far as we can see.
Yeah, no issues. Interesting. Okay, we've got to check. Oh, it's very low. Why hasn't her business failed? Why? I guess we could do that after, but first, do you know what happened to the other tenants? Everyone else is gone.
More or less. Are you interested in anyone specific?
She adjusts the yellow scarf that covers her hair.
Oh, quite a lot of them spring to mind.
There used to be a hair salon here, right? What happened to the gym? What's up with the broken windows? Did someone here make stuffed animals? I saw mounts lying around. I found creepy mannequins. This is true. What's with the rollerblades and skis? I found strange machines. There was a terrifying taxidermied bear in the cellar. This is also true in a... Yep. Well, I mean, it's all true, but... I found the building's intercom, but it's not working. Actually, I had other questions. I think the one that really matters is what's up with the broken windows.
Oh, this one's a mess. There used to be a company that promised to repair windows 24 hours a day. What could go wrong with this one, right?
So much.
Turns out, the business was actually set up as a front for an illicit group that was producing snuff milias. Who would have guessed?
The fuck is snuff milias? Like, you were... What? What's snuff milias?
What's the snuff milieu?
Thank you.
And they never cleaned up the debris either. Now it's just littering the hallway and I have no idea how to get rid of it on my own.
Cool. Very cool about the debris. But what's a snuff milieu? Milieu? It's a shame about those windows. I'm not even going to ask about... Yeah, we are. What is it?
It's a Sub Rosa radio station that broadcasts real murders with real victims. Some people pay good money to get off on it.
Like they talk about it after, right? Not that they broadcast people getting murdered live, right? Because I'm like, that is some deep web 4chan scary shit that does exist in the world, but also, what?
Nothing changes in her tone as she says that.
Yeah.
As if it's just another piece of information to lay out for the world.
Just kind of like me conveying like ridiculous concepts that people find triggering. Love that.
What does she mean to get off on it?
Electrochemistry, we know what she means. Thank you.
Don't worry, the ICP has a separate division that deals exclusively with unlicensed sub-roses. This isn't our problem.
Lieutenant turns to you. Like, please don't take this on.
Good luck with that. It's not easy catching those perpetrators.
Then she gets the thought. Then she lets the thought go. I mean, good for her. Okay. I don't feel like, honestly, anything else is important. But I do want to mention that the fucking mannequins were creepy. I found creepy mannequins.
There used to be a fashion atelier here, but I have forgotten the head designer's name. They were doing well for a couple of years until the insect rights activists came.
What? Insect right activists? What in the name of exactly? Oh. When was that? I don't remember that implication. Shane's saying that it was lightly implied that Kuno S was traumatized by the snuff things. And it's why they are so fucked up. Like the kids themselves are so messed up. I don't remember the mention of Maybe I just didn't quite put it together at the time. That would certainly fuck a child up. Yep. Yeah, the child brain, like, we can only handle so much information, and when we can't process what we're seeing, trauma, which is what happens when, like, just things that are far too complex and like extreme for our little brains happens in front of us when we're little. Oh, it's pieced together from dialogue with Kuno S. I guess I've mostly just been avoiding and ignoring her because she pisses me off. So maybe that's why I haven't been putting it together. I should see everyone as like pieces of information, right? Man, those kids just annoy the shit out of me, though. I didn't know insects had any rights or activists. LOL. We're gonna go with 1. What in the name of what?
The atelier produced a certain collection that used chitin among the materials. Apparently, chitin is made in the Occident, where it's extracted from beetle wings.
Oh. Interesting.
And you know how all kinds of political movements are big in the Occident. The activists shut down the biggest chitin supplier, which of course caused the price to skyrocket.
Okay, that doesn't really make sense to me, because insects are like K species for the most part. Well, not all of them. Most of them, though. A lot of them are. Maybe does that only apply to mammals? No, they are mammals. Anyways, like, insects are plentiful, and you can breed them en masse as well. So as long as you're, like, you know, not pulling from the wild and creating your own supply, I just don't see the reason to protest it. But anyway.
And, naturally, all the most fashionable tastemakers refused to be seen in chitin from then on. The atelier went bankrupt before they could finish the collection.
That's unfortunate. I'm glad that someone took care of the little guys. I like insects. Makes me think of my high school science teacher. Was huge into bugs. But insects don't have any brains or feelings. I don't know about not having feelings, but anyways. They got what they deserved. Making clothes out of beetles' wings is a terrible idea. Okay, I hate all of these. Like, I don't agree with anyone. No. Someone took care of the little guys. They got what they deserved. Insects don't have brains or I don't agree with any of this, but I guess we'll relent to the closest thing, which is I'm glad someone took care of the little guys.
Really? Anyway.
I wasn't happy with my options, all right? So don't judge me. She looks at the windowsill where a dead fly is lying on its back, legs curled up in a bow tie. That makes me think of the fly that was stuck on that light for like weeks in your kitchen, Shane. Just took it off last weekend. Like, that was gross. It was there forever. Anyways, what were we saying? Depends on the insect. Oh yeah, I forgot cicadas take they sit in is it in the ground? They're like buried underground for like 17 years. So that's different, absolutely. I guess I am more specifically referring to things like fruit flies. Things that are so I guess I shouldn't blanket all bugs under the umbrella of K. Fair enough. Thank you. But anyway, that was the thought. We don't really need to know any of the other things. But I found a strange machine.
Fortress Accident, the radio game studio.
She closes her eyes as some remnant of memory lights up her face.
They were an interesting bunch. We talked about role-playing systems every now and then. Once, I even saw 2 of them get into fisticuffs over Wiro.
I love that she uses the term fisticuffs. Love that. Also, it seems like, I don't know, very appropriate that she's working in the same building as them. Like, you know, similar trades and such. Or like parallel. Parallel, yeah.
That's understandable. Fantasies are serious things. The mind is the drawing board of history.
I mean, the winner does write history, and it's not necessarily an accurate depiction of what happened, but this is an interesting interpretation of that.
They certainly took their work very seriously, even if they seem to be chronically liberal with their schedules.
So not very good at like keeping. Well, I mean, as you know, Shane, it's really fucking hard to like meet deadlines. You think you have an idea of how long a project's going to take when you're doing programming, then you actually get to making it and you're like, oh, turns out that thing that was supposed to be a few hours, turns out that was actually a week. Anyways, estimations, they're your favorite thing, I'm sure. What do you mean liberal? What happened?
The usual. They ran out of money and couldn't get the project done on time.
So just it took too long because their estimates weren't accurate. And what went wrong?
Well, I did hear them talking at times.
She looks at the hallway as if she can still hear them chit-chat behind her curtain on a cigarette break.
They seemed to believe they were historical individuals on some grand quest.
Ooh. Okay, that's a bit...
She sounds almost mocking when she says that.
Well, it's concerning drama. From what I've seen so far, the project did look quite impressive. Really, they must have been on a gigantic ego trip. Like, historical individuals on some grand quest. Oh. I mean, what... And, again, I don't like these options, but I guess we'll go with they had a gigantic ego trip.
That's what I thought. Because when the money started to run out, they just began to complain a lot about capitalism. You know, how the markets are rigged to keep up new businesses and so on.
It is kind of true in some industries, at least, if not frickin' most.
In the end, they just didn't get it done. They didn't have enough willpower to produce something truly historic and to show up to work on time.
I don't know if that's fair. This feels very, like, broad sweeping and unkind. Like, you're not giving them grace. Okay, they didn't show up to work on time. But if they had the funding, like, you know, some rich dudes backing them, they would have got it done. I don't know. Anyways, I just think it's not very nice to assume that.
Showing up to work on time is hard. No, scratch that. Showing up to work at all is difficult, especially if you've been drinking.
LOL. Or if you're in withdrawals. Yeah, that's hilarious. I'm like, yeah, work sucks. Like, I'm with the at all part. Well, showing up to work on time is incredibly hard. That's too bad. I would have supported them. The project looked great. You're right. They should have just tried harder. They had everything needed to succeed. See, this is so fucking absolutely disagree. So callous. Like, the way that people, like, she's measuring them. She's saying things because she's measuring them based off of her own anecdotal experience of success. And it's like, okay, you have your work ethic. It's great that it's worked for you. But you were doing different things. It's not fair to judge your outcomes based on and their outcomes based on yours when different projects, different situations, like nobody's life is like yours. Don't think that you know. I guess that's what it's like. That's what it's saying. Like, just because you wouldn't do that doesn't actually mean that you know better in someone else's life. You're not wearing their shoes. You haven't been through all the experiences they've been through. Have more grace. That's the end. That's too bad. I would have supported them. The project looked great.
Not the wisest decision. You would have lost all your savings.
Dang, girl. You're just like vicious. Cold. Bam. Okay. I mean, but with enough supporters, maybe they could have got somewhere. Jeez. She tosses a pair of dice on the table. One of them stops near the edge of the metallic desk. Attitude.
The result is 1 on a 20-sided die.
Damn.
Anything else?
That was a good toss if you wanted a low number. I was looking for lip chap and I don't hear any. There's a terrifying taxidermy bear in the cellar. Yes, I want to know about the bear too.
Oh boy, the fabled Revo Show ICT. You're in for a treat here.
She smiles and leans closer, hands on her knees, like a stand-up comedian ready to tell a story.
The place was owned by two guys who had some rather innovative ideas about marketing. The bear was one of them. Now ask me about their other ideas.
Indeed. What were the other ideas?
Oh wait, I'm gathering that if I go through the entire list, I'm going to gain a bunch of experience. So maybe I should go through the whole list. Even though I wasn't going to. Alright, what about the other ideas? I don't care about their other ideas. I just want to hear about the bear. Did the bear work? What about their other ideas?
There was really just one. And it involved picking out the prettiest girls in the neighborhood and paying them 20 cents per hour to man the booth.
Sorry, that's just like so disgustingly like, what? So cents go into real, I'm assuming then, and anyway.
And by man the booth, I mean slump behind the counter with a face that could maim you if you ever dared to disturb their bored magazine browsing.
Yeah, so they're good at their job then. Nice. She leans back, disapproving.
Sounds like she really doesn't know how to be a female ally.
For real, she doesn't sound very nice in general. Like, she's a bit malicious.
Fritta does the same thing.
Huh? Okay. I know a girl just like that. She works in Frit as a cashier. She's not particularly friendly. She was actually who came to mind when I was thinking about that. You should learn how to support other women, not bring them down. Yeah, that's a feel. That's a vibe. What did they expect? 20 cents per hour is dog's pay. I'm surprised they showed up to work at all. I mean, yeah, that's an award-winning idea. How else do you choose people around you? Blech. I don't have an opinion on employing teens. I just want to know, did it work out for the business? Of course it didn't. You should learn how to support other women, not bring them down.
I'm not talking just about women. There were also men. Miniature gorilla-like boyfriends loitering near the ice cream stand.
That is weird.
And they already had the bear.
She closes her eyes as if remembering something painful. It didn't work out? What about the bear?
The bear.
She repeats, pressing thumbs into her temples like trying to suppress a headache. It didn't work out?
Of course not. The bear was terrifying. No one wants ice cream guarded by a hostile apex predator.
Right?
To make matters worse, the fridge didn't work too well either, and half the ice cream came out malformed and partially melted.
Oh, so it's like a slush puppy. It's not a really good slushy. It's mostly just water. Blah.
Eventually, Ravishell Ice City lost the price war to its rival, Class A 5000. Class A 5000 sold caramel sundaes for only 5 cents a piece.
Damn.
Out of regular fridges.
Regular fridges that aren't just terrifying giant bears. Nod solemnly. It's the market doing its job. Yeah, okay. I'm sure the bear was doing its best. Being murdered and taxidermied. The bear was scary. Every time I saw the bear, I felt scared, like it could become alive any moment now. LOL. I'm sure the bear was doing its best.
Maybe, because the taxidermist who made that bear definitely wasn't. Doing his best, I mean.
Dang, girl, you are so critical. How come?
He said that the bear was his vision beast. He said he met his vision beast while high on desiccants. Called it Megatherian.
Concern.
Sounds cool.
No, I don't know if I agree with that. Megatherian? What's a vision beast? Very cool, but I don't want to hear about bears anymore. Let's move on. What is a vision beast?
It's an imaginary beast that guides you through life
Okay, so kind of like a spirit animal.
by telling you to do more drugs, mostly.
So you have a vision beast, right, Shane? I love this. Is your vision beast a sloth? Mine would probably be what's that bird? Well, I guess with some of the descriptions that we were hearing earlier, a cockatoo. There's just like this wild bird that like looks insane and is like nonstop all over the place, and I'm like, that's mine. Shane is their own vision beast. Yeah, okay. Love that.
A wise and noble beast, guiding you toward the land where the streets are paved with drugs.
I'm sure you would just be swimming in joy, electrochemistry. I don't do drugs. I do drugs. I got a vision beast myself. Let me guess, you chose this one? I don't have a comment on drugs. I mean, I literally have to do them for the morale and the fucking health, so I'm just gonna not comment.
Understandable. You shouldn't do them. You're a police officer after all.
Nods the dice maker. Girl be calling you out without saying it directly, yeah.
Anyway, now you know the story of the fallen ice cream empire.
For real, with a giant bear. She seems almost sad. Finishing the story, some dust beams swirl in the afternoon air. Her eyes follow it idly.
Little sparkling embers under the window.
Anything else?
So I
Another
wasn't...
failed business, perhaps? I've been here for a long time.
I wasn't gonna go through these. Like, I was just nitpicking, but I'm noticing that I'm getting a bunch of experience from hearing her out and learning about them. So, we want the experience, obviously. So, there used to be a hair salon here, right?
Yes, I think it was called Androgynous Orlando or something similar. They weren't a big hit around here. Turns out that working class men don't like genderless haircuts. They're scared of that word.
Neutrality is too threatening, too close to being feminine for them. That's obscene. It's so hilarious. Toxic masculinity at its best.
A bit of experimenting every now and then isn't bad.
Exactly, yes. Do your thing. Don't let the bullshit that is society's and former history of humanity's idea of what humanity is and what life is impose on how you experience it. You are the newest version of humans actively right now. Every moment that you're alive, you are the newest version and the most updated version of humanity, which means you need to, in some sense, be open to the script changing, to like experimenting, to experiencing, to exploring. Or what the fuck are you doing here? Maybe that's just me though. Shane says, oh my god, those bastard game designers gamified engaging with the dialogue with XP so you would see their world. Those jerks. I mean, I admittedly would not have gone through all of this dialogue if I didn't notice that it was giving me a bunch of experience. And I was like, oh, I need that. I'm not going to skip over this after all.
It's not about the haircut. It's about the confidence.
Yeah, which you can have regardless of what you look like. Confidence comes within, like the real confidence, not the fabricated bullshit that you make up, you know, effectively narcissism. The real shit, it don't change if other people don't like what you look like. Just saying. What's wrong with a bit of experimenting? The customer should have been more open-minded. Customers, rather. And yes, I agree. I would never let anyone androgynous touch my hair, not even if my life depended on it. Wow. That's just like dumb. I guess I'm a simple man. I don't really have any opinions on hairstyles. This is not actually an opinion on a hairstyle. This is an opinion on a person. You're just like, oh, you don't fit the gender norm. I would never let you anywhere near me because I've decided there's something wrong with you because you're not fitting into my ideas of normality. Like, fuck off. No, you're being hateful and dumb because you don't understand. How about you just learn, ask questions so you can understand? It's not just about haircuts. Notice the subtext. It's important. You make the change in the world. Be it. Anyways, what's wrong with a bit of experimenting? The customers should have been more open-minded. At least in my opinion.
guess it just wasn't the time yet.
She tucks a strand of hair under the headscarf, which I'm noticing there's hair in my eye. Anyways. Okay. What happened to the gym? Okay, this I was genuinely curious about.
It wasn't merely a gym, it was Artemitep's boxing club.
Oh.
A community project created to steer at-risk youth away from drugs and crime.
Okay, that's pretty cool. Nice. We were actually asking earlier if, like, what was it? Something about funds going towards that. And who was Artemitep, yeah. Maybe that's what Kuno needs, a community-centric boxing club. Absolutely. Maybe not punching things, but community-centric. How did that community project work out? Judging from the kids I've met so far, it didn't really work, did it? That's so unkind. Like, this is a kinder ask. Don't. This is I'm deciding what happened, and I'm gonna ask you if I'm right. No, just ask how it went. But who is Artemitep?
A kind man from Zemsk. I heard he had some trouble with the law when he was younger, and that's why he wanted to start the gym, as his way of giving back.
That's pretty common. I heard about a guy doing that in Toronto, although I'm sure there's multiple. But he had a lot of trouble with crime and school and just social engagement and stuff. Was in and out of jail a lot. And then when he was able to work out his mental health and his struggles with getting along, he started a community project. I wish I knew what it was called. It's in Toronto. And it's just literally it's him talking to his younger self in many ways, which I think is just awesome and powerful. And I actually had someone recently suggest that I should do work like that. And I'm just I'm afraid to not be good enough, which has constantly been always my problem with my trauma. But they're just no one's technically good enough. Just do your best. Adjust as you go. Yeah, I don't know. It's never a bad idea to care about influencing the younger generation, even if you didn't pop one out yourself. You can still participate in influencing how they develop and experience life and engage and have community. Like Kuno. It's the whole punching things that I'm I don't know if it'd be great for Kuno. So we'll go with, how did that community project work out?
It didn't. If anything, it made the youth situation in Martinez even worse. At some point, someone started a rumor that the punching bag downstairs was full of amphetamines.
Oh dear. I feel like that's the opposite of what they meant for.
You should have known it.
Wait, is that your way of saying go back to it and look for them?
It's not really full of that. No one would store their drugs like that.
No, exactly. I'm what the fuck are you even talking about?
Eventually, the coalition took away the funding and the club went bankrupt.
Oh.
This was a few years ago. It's gotten much more peaceful around the plaza ever since.
It's really sad how political community funding can be when it's just someone trying to do a good thing, but because misinformation has highly spread for that reason alone, and for image politics, they have to unfund and stop supporting things that are doing great work simply because someone spread bullshit because they were mad and spiteful. It's frustrating. Should just be about community, not politics. Fuck off. That's where some community organizations will try really hard to stay privately funded, so that they don't have to worry about that as much. But they often end up having to split it with the way things are these days, where they're like half privately funded, and half publicly funded. So it still ends up political. Fucking bullshit. Such fun. Did someone here make stuffed animals? I saw mounts laying around.
You mean Mr. Fabron, the taxidermist? No, he mostly just did drugs.
LOL. Okay.
But what drugs exactly?
Oh my god, electrochemistry. Move on. I need to know what drugs he was doing for my police report. I'm gonna let it pass.
Anything else?
Okay, we're almost there. Those two didn't give me experience, I'm realizing, which I find frustrating. I'm gonna move on. I feel like this is less relevant, so because the last two didn't give me experience, this feels important or relevant. I found the building's intercom, but it's not working.
Oh, right. I hope you didn't try to ring me.
She rubs her forehead. Her scarf has left a faint line on her dusky skin. Dusky? Okay.
I think none of those doorbells work, including mine. I'm still in the middle of connecting the wires. Sorry about the confusion.
Okay.
The doorbell with the empty name card must belong to her then.
Oh, we've learned something. Okay. So you're telling me that the doorbell with the empty card was yours. I was wondering about the whirling in rags. Is it part of the same building complex? Oh, we're back here. East Delta Pinball. Is that now the whirling? A strange thing happened when I tried calling the company named Slipstream SCA. Someone answered. I have a few more questions about the building. So you're telling me that the doorbell with the empty name card was yours?
That's right. I haven't even written my name there. As I said, it's quite useless right now. It doesn't work yet.
I was wondering about the whirling in rags. Is it part of the same building complex?
You could say so. Both houses were built at the same time and under the East Delta Commerce Center project. That explains why you can call the whirling from the intercom, albeit I doubt that anyone responds.
LOL.
If the whirling is part of the same building, then it's part of the doomed commercial area. The darkness of this place is there, too.
LOL. East Delta Pinball. Is that now the whirling?
Yes. I've heard it used to be a gaming arcade. This is an ancient failure. Before my time. I'm not surprised, however.
You know, this is something the cafeteria manager might want to know.
Why?
My advice, don't base your business on a fad. Hypnotism, fluorography, trick track, especially pinball.
She raises her finger. The doomed hostel? What did I just do? This means the whirling is part of the doomed commercial area. Guard is gonna love this. Keep it to yourself. I mean, it doesn't really matter. Sure, let's say it.
I don't know this guard, but something tells me he won't.
A strange thing happened when I tried calling the company named Slipstream SCA. Someone answered.
It can't be true. They don't work here anymore. They've been gone for years.
Is that where the phantom is? Ooh. She looks like she doesn't really believe you.
Are you sure it was Slipstream SCA? Was it a woman? Maybe it was Plaisance from the bookstore.
First, it wasn't Plaisance. I know her and would have recognized her voice. She said she was from Tricentennial Electrics. Yeah, we don't really need to say that. She said this.
Tricentennial Electrics?
There's a moment before she recognizes the name.
It used to be a major electric company 100 years ago. Are you sure it wasn't just some kids playing a prank on you?
Interesting.
It was too real to be just a prank. Either we're dealing with a professional actress, or... Whatever happened, keep your cool. It's probably better to admit that it was a harmless prank.
I feel like this is relevant, though. You're right. I probably just got made fun of. No, it was something else. Something eerie. Narrow your eyes. It may have been some sort of rare electrical anomaly. Again, they all suck. I guess we'll go with 3.
A prank is more likely, no? Oh, the kids these days.
She
We
shakes
were
her head.
just one of them, and now they're terrorizing us. No solidarity.
I mean, interesting thought. We should really be the ones having solidarity with them. It's our fault they exist. I don't know. It's just what an interesting thought that the child should be the one responsible for solidarity. I have a few more questions about the building.
Sure, I'm listening.
So I don't. A few more questions about the intercom. Is there? Well, I want to know. I have more questions about the intercom.
I'm pretty sure it still doesn't work, but sure. What do you want to know?
But we've gone through it all.
Sure.
A few
I'm
more
listening.
questions. A few more questions about the building. Actually, I had other questions.
Good. I hope it clarified things a bit. What else?
Okay, let's see. Right, it's super low. Why hasn't her business failed? I have more questions about this building. It's so low, I really shouldn't try it, right? But I kind of want to know. Why hasn't her business failed?
You feel nothing. If anything, it's uncomfortably warm in here.
Start taking off your clothes. You need to connect. I'm going to leave it at that.
She has begun to idly clean one of her carving tools with a dirty kerchief. The tool's sharp edge shining in the light of her desk lamp.
Cool. I don't feel like we're going to get a lot more experience out of this, so we will leave. We just spent like an hour talking to her, so that's fun. And we got new tasks. Woo! Investigate the doomed commercial area. Or rather, sorry, we made progress. Report back to Placence about your findings. Might as well go do that next. But what's this? The doomed hostel. The question yet to be totally answered. Is whirling in rags a part of the doomed commercial area? Talk to Gart about this. See what he thinks. Yeah. You know, funny thing about your comment that they gamified that, Shane. I'm a bit frustrated right now that I did get a bit more experience, but for like several of the dialogues that came up, they didn't give me any more experience. They like swindled me in and then just like pulled me along, motherfuckers. Should have given me more experience. I would have kept going. There was one I didn't do because they didn't give me enough, in my opinion. Meh. Anyways, okay. So, Chick has been talked to. She has informed us on much of the things. What was her name again? I don't remember. Go over here. Jesus. Just wanted to check. There's not anything in here. Okay, we're good. Come back over here. Come back over here. Oh my god. Do. So now we will go talk to Placence to finish that up. I was kind of hoping that we would learn a bit more, honestly, about the pinball. Just because, I guess, in some senses, because we didn't get in here earlier, that was like the first failed business that we technically learned about. And we got to like actually engage with the machine. We even got an accomplishment in Steam for that. And so, one of the few achievements I've gotten. And so, it's just like, I don't know, for some reason it has most of my interest. Maybe it's also just that I do like pinball. Okay, flashlight, remove. And we don't need the pry bar at the moment. Placence!
What have you found? And also, do buy the books. There may be teachings in them.
That's cool, I'll just steal them. I'll still learn, you just won't benefit. Sorry. She seems anxious. I talked to the entity you told me about. Her name is Neha. That's her name? Neha. I just like to sometimes list what goes on, like, or maybe who we talked to in the description when I put it on YouTube. And so I'm like, I want to be able to say that I talked to this person. What the heck's their name again? Neha. Is it maybe not pronounced that way? Neha? Neha? Neha. Neha. Neha, and she's a novelty dice maker. As in, she's a real fucking person, yo.
A novelty dice maker? Well, spit it out. Why does she need the dice? For some kind of sorcery? Sometimes they use the ankle bones of sheep.
Are you for real right now? Her eyes widen. You're ridiculous, lady. Okay. She's not a sorceress or some malicious entity. She's a businesswoman, like you. No, ma'am. I have felt her aura. She is not the one to blame for this curse. She may be involved. Sorry, my mouse is stuck. Stop being stuck. She may be involved, but I don't have a way to question the malignant entity further. That's ridiculous. She's not a sorceress. She's just a businesswoman, yo.
I don't understand. If it's not her, then where is the source of the doom? How did she explain the curse?
She looks perplexed.
The narrative she's built herself, it does need tearing down.
For serious.
She's squeezing on the pendant too tight. A drop of blood in her palm.
That is concerning.
To hell with it. Perchance you ought to just lie, sire.
No, what? No. She says there's no curse because there are too many inconsistencies. She said it's just capitalism. Bankruptcy is a quirk of our economic system. The lie is, the source is in the taxidermist's shop. He became involved in arts darker than taxidermy and brought the void spirits down upon this place. Interesting word choice, considering we were talking to the woman in the church about effectively a void, like a nothingness. Interesting. Honestly, I don't have an answer yet. There are still leads to be followed, like the strange radio computer thing. I don't think I agree with that. There's another entity more malignant pulling the strings in Martinez. Perhaps in my travels I will cross paths with it. Done. Okay, so we're gonna go with one or two. I don't know if this will go over well, because like when someone's convinced of something, they tend not to really pay attention to inconsistencies or red flags for that matter. They just live in the whole rose-colored glasses thing. So we're just gonna go with facts. She said it's just capitalism. Bankruptcy is a quirk of our economic system.
Wait, what? The entire economic system is cursed?
Oh my god. People's ability to misinterpret, that is not what we just said. Her entire face goes white as a skull. Lady, you're impossible. I'm afraid that only world revolution can help you. Oh my god, that'd be so cruel. Did you do this one, Shane? That'd be so cruel. Yes, the system must be cleansed of immigrant labor. Wow. That's what? No. Horrible. What are you doing? I'm just like, we're all immigrants at some point. Fuck off. It's true. We live in a precarious world. Nothing ever turns out right. You need to get used to chaos. This is an accurate and true real world thing. Like, yes. The world is not as predictable as we are deluded into thinking when we are young. And if no one helped you slowly unravel that delusion and they just left you there, sorry, that sucks, but it's still a delusion. Holding on to it doesn't make it any less delusional, any more true. What I meant was, I found the source of the doom. Forget about the economy thing. Wow. LOL. It's true. We live in a precarious world. Nothing ever turns out right. I don't know about ever turns out right. You need to get used to chaos. I feel like all of these are dumb if they're proceeding with agreeing that it's cursed. But what do you mean the source of the doom? Like, the source of the doom is the economy. Okay, we're going with 3, I guess.
Precarious world? Economy?
She looks down at the pendant in her trembling hands.
I understand what's going on here. You went in there, rummaged around, and accomplished nothing. And now you're telling me these intellectual things to cover up for it.
It is amazing how people will do incredible mental gymnastics in order to ignore, avoid, or just like completely turn away, I don't know how else to say it, from information that doesn't align with beliefs they currently have. If it is just too much cognitive dissonance, if it's too different from what they want to believe, from what they want to be true, and they're just not mentally available or in the position to absorb the genuine emotional shock, psychological shock that is a story that's completely contradictory or different from what they know, they'll just shut you down. They'll just be like, no, and they'll come up with this like fantastical explanation to like just like manipulate the whole situation and perfectly form it around what you said so that what you said is still true and yet what they believe is still true. It's mind-boggling how people do that all the time. Good to be self-aware though, because you're really disadvantaging yourself when you're doing that. Like, humility, people, but it's hard. You got to be ready.
It's okay. You don't have to. I was wrong to trust another person. I will manage this psychic calamity as I always have. Alone. On my own.
Aww. This is a common trauma response. When you don't get the response you want from a person, you're like, fine, I'll do it myself. Instead of maybe hearing them out on that it might be a bad idea to begin with. When we're not ready for information, boy, can we just dig in our heels.
Thank you for nothing. Please do buy some books or be on your way.
She's not happy with us, but look at all that experience. She concludes, tucking the pendant away in her blouse.
Wow. Total psychic collapse between you two right now.
Yeah, no, we do not align. She is not doing well with this new information. Cognitive dissonance to the extreme.
There was never any other way this could have gone. She's just too far gone into her own mind.
I like to believe most people aren't too far gone, but admittedly, we don't all have the energy or mental space to help people come around when they are so deep.
I am sorry we had to disappoint you, ma'am. Can we go now?
He turns to you. Farewell for now, book peddler! Fucking hilarious. So that's done now. Complete. Where was it? I don't know. Is that it? The one that's highlighted? Investigate Doom commercial area, yeah. That's hilarious. She was not happy. LO. Right, and this is why we wanted that experience. So I just need to remind myself. What is locked? Empathy? We can't open. Volition, we can't open. Physical instrument. I guess that's it, eh? Physical instrument. Or shivers. Ooh. Kind of curious about that, but okay. Physical instrument. Oh, this is the last one? Shit. Alright, save and close. God, I have such a limited character. Nice, Shane. Prudence. More like, bitch. Again, Shane, we don't like to fully dismiss people like that. That being said, girl be close-minded. My God. Like, hopefully she gets her shit together, but we are not going to make it a problem. She's got a real journey ahead of her. We opened up... which was the physical? Ice cream maker. Okay. Trash container. Okay. There's a thing still in the trash container? What? Well, now I'm curious. I'm going to go... This is what we opened up. Barbell. I don't know if we should do that. But I guess that was what we were looking at. I wish I could open more empathy. Oh, God. Makes me so sad that my character's so fucking cut off and limited. It's interesting to consider that, like, you know, I guess for some people that is a real world thing where, like, with the right influences and information, we can expand our skills, like empathy, but we all have real world limits within our psyche, where we just sometimes can't be maybe as empathetic or intelligent or fast or whatever as other people, no matter how much we train and build those skills, etc. Okay, so why was there a physical instrument?
The trash container stands in the spring snow.
Open the lid again?
The smell of rotten food rises to greet you. You see soggy cartons, dirty rags, and organic waste.
Mm-hmm. Oh. Nothing new. Look under the boxes of carton?
You see milk, an egg rest with one broken egg in it, some pasta wrapper. Picking up the soggy packages somehow feels familiar.
Mm-hmm.
You've done this before. The movements are recorded in your elbows, the methodology in your fingers. You're used to this.
Used to what? Dumpster diving?
No, searching for evidence in the trash.
That's the same fucking thing, dude. It's just like what you're looking for might be different.
Good practice for dumpster diving.
Dive further.
A box falls into pieces in your hands.
Ew.
Batiste Soleil cereal. There are plastic pasta packages below. And turbo noodles. Nothing of note, however.
Dig in Hobocop style for extra content.
Wow. An Armistice caliber 50 knock cannon. Half wrapped in paper tissues. So shiny.
You're lying to me again, aren't you? Where? I can't see it.
Never mind. Look at that fat string of archipelagon pearls snaking amidst the banana peels.
It already did. You did this to me already. Fuck you, trash container.
And is that Cordon Electric's preamp with Electra F2 tubes? It is. That catches quite a price. We're talking 12,000. Easy. Unless you're into hi-fi yourself.
I am into hi-fi.
That's too bad, because none of those things are actually in there. There's just food waste and crisp wrappings.
Yeah, call that. A cruel jest. There must be something.
All you see is a broken mug with a racist depiction of the yellow man frolicking in saffron.
An antique?
Only in its social sensibility.
Take the mug.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So, close the lid.
The container sounds a muffled gong.
There was no... Leave. Oh, I gained a thingy, though. Mug. Oh. This broken-eared mug somehow made its way into the Whirling in Rags dumpster. Okay, so it actually still functions. It just doesn't have the handle. It depicts a person of Samarin descent. Frolicking, wow. In a field of saffron flowers, which, okay, we were seeing earlier. Buck-toothed and grinning feeble-mindedly. Ah, yeah. It seems to be a cheap knockoff of some colonial-era antique. Huh. I'm so curious. Interact.
It's just a racist mug. What's there to read here? Not much.
There's quite a lot to read into here, actually. Look at all that content.
Oh boy, here we go. What are you going to say about a broken, tossed-away mug that you dug out of the garbage?
Why is the mug so mad at me for being interested in it? This mug is an example of prejudice. I'm going to use it as an example of what not to do. Sure. I'm going to push this into the face of every merchant I find and tell them, this is your inane ideology. What the fuck? The mug will be useful. By denouncing it, I can earn political capital to mask my badass hustling, i.e. fraud and embezzlement. The mug didn't belong in the trash. It was just a funny mug. Can't anyone laugh anymore? I mean, yes. this is maybe yes, but Dum Dum, just this is the thing I can get behind the most. Can't anyone laugh anymore?
Understood. You're that kind of detective. Why don't you get back to your case?
Why were you something I could interact with, Mug? I feel like that's a fair question. But anyways. What do we got here? Something, what, did something lock or? I don't know. Do. I do not see. Nope, I do not see. Oh, I love this scrolling. Just makes me so happy. I have no idea. Bird's Nest Roy. LOL. Oh, that's open. I'm not doing drugs though, so I probably can't do it. What? No! Shane says, I don't think you fully understood that, Mug. I think you just did a racism. I did? No way. What? Because I took it? Shit. The amount that I don't understand, hence me having, where's my stats? Where I had a fascism and I was like, what? I had 3, yeah. What do you mean? I did a racism? Fuck. I don't understand. God damn it. Oh well. Anyway. Oh, that's what I wanted to look at. Sorry, I'm remembering that. The dumpster. Or is it gone because I did it? It was the dumpster, right? Where did it go? Physical instrument, barbell. Physical instrument, sleeping dog. Bird's nest. I think it's gone because I did it. Yeah. That's what it's... Oh, yeah. Okay. Whatever it was, I did it. Woo. What do you mean I did a racism? Fuck me. Oh, shit, Well, thanks for pointing that out, Shane, because I definitely fucking missed that. But that really matters because conditioning can allow you to miss a lot. So Shane just pointed out that the mug was a racist character, and my response was, well, can't everybody just laugh a little? As if that the racism was insignificant and not something to worry about. Do not belittle stuff like that. As I was saying earlier, what you say and do and how you choose to interact with things matters. You are the change in the world, and fuck me, I didn't notice that that's what I did, but I definitely did that, didn't I? Fuck. Oh yeah, also the race being mocked was Kim's. I know, yeah. And I noticed that Kim's got some weird microaggressions that I'm like, whatever, your character's gonna be you. But I was not thinking in that moment about how it was about racism, and so to not make a point of acknowledging that, I wasn't just moving on from the conversation. I was specifically supporting, because those who choose to not act when a harmful act is happening around them, or microaggressions or aggressive or unkind or racist discriminatory language is happening around them, you are the problem and are being a participant in the problem if you also don't speak up. You don't have to actively do anything to not be a part of the problem. Basically, anything that isn't fighting the problem, by being passive, you are supporting them, because you're basically saying, I accept this, I'm okay with this. And that's not okay. That's not how that works. God damn it, fuck. I didn't mean to do that. Anyways, I noticed that he
Hello again.
had the thingy.
How can I help you?
58 isn't bad. Roy doesn't really sleep. I don't know, I wanted to try it again. Is Roy high, and if yes, then what is he on? Fuck it.
Feeling
Yeah!
warm and enthralled by the movement of light, while the mind continues to race forward. Lucky bastard. He's probably on Pyrrolidon. It's tough to come by on the street.
Pyrrolidon. What is that?
A drug developed by the military to treat and prevent radiation sickness. It has psychedelic side effects, and it makes your eyes turn yellow.
Creepy. Why does he need it? Has he got cancer? Is it just me, or is it really warm in here? Step closer. Sir, could you take off your sunglasses? I'd like to check your eyes. I feel like he's probably not going to be keen on that. Get straight to the point. So, where does a man get Pyrrolidon these days? We're not doing it, so I don't know if we need to ask that. I think this is dumb. I guess we'll just, sure. Can I see your eyeballs?
Why on earth? These are prescription. I can't really see without them.
He staggers away from the glass, but quickly recomposes himself. It's pretty obvious that you're under the influence, sir. Many cops are. Oh wait, he's not a cop. We're the cop. Derp. Many people are. Of all fucking trades. No judgment, just curious. I probably did loads of Pyrrolidon before I lost my memory. Yeah. Chill out, man. I'm a chill out cop who just wants some of what you're having. Wink. I don't mean to offend. Drop the subject. You don't want drugs. I don't, actually. But I want to start with, it's pretty obvious that you're high. Sir.
Pyrrolidon is just something since the People's Pile disaster.
He frowns. He coughs as if to mark his words.
I was with the Emergency Relief Brigade. Had to take it for radiation sickness.
Huh.
He's taken it for mental and emotional, not physical pain these days.
The People's Pile, what's that? Tell me more about the Emergency Relief Brigade you were part of. It must have been tough radioactive cleanup. How did you end up running a pawn shop? We're learning about him now, eh? The People's Pile, what's that?
A bad idea. Some poor leftist built a particle decay generator in hopes of bringing affordable electricity to underserved communities. It malfunctioned. Radioactive waste everywhere. Probably some of it in you, too.
Fuck, eh? Pathway to hell, good intentions.
The People's Pile was a Type U particle decay generator that failed immediately after entering service, releasing radioactive waste into River Esperance.
Fucking hate how reactors are right on the water. Like, they have to be because they need the water to cool the reactor, but it's just so dumb how bad it is for us long term, and we do it anyways. I know a lot of people think that nuclear power is like green or like clean energy. It's not. There's nuclear waste. Clean energy is when there's no fucking waste. In that sense, we don't have any clean energy because we still have waste to produce things like windmills and fucking solar. But there's not like ongoing waste as far as I understand with waste and with solar and wind. Correct me. Or tidal as well. But there is waste with nuclear, and we don't actually know how to deal with it or store it. So it's not that green or clean. It's just cleaner than oil and gas. Anyways. Yes. What is a particle decay generator? Why is it called the People's Pile? We don't need to know that. Why is it called a People's Pile?
Construction began during the Commune of Revachol. The people continued work on it after the Commune fell. They wanted a cheap source of energy for Revachol West.
I would too.
Needless to say, things didn't work out.
How does this work? Sorry, I'm realizing that a thingy popped up, and I'm like, Shane told me that you just right-click it. No. It's not. No, that didn't work either. There we go. Nope. Ah. Nope. Okay, I don't get it. Shane, help me. Anyway. Onward. Needless to say, things didn't work out. What is a particle that no. Why did it fail?
An emergency valve defect resulted in steam pressure blowing the turbine, taking the fuel containment vessel up in the explosion. Both the faulty design and lack of finances contributed to the catastrophe.
Shane, when you're available, we need a little help with the mod. I still haven't figured out how to deal with that. Tell you more about this emergency relief brigade you were part of.
We were an all-volunteer force, self-organised, tried to help the fire brigades contain the spill.
Okay. He points at the white triangle on his orange safety jacket. Very nice.
On the patch, gamma radiation lines crossed with a red drop of blood.
Ew.
I lived by the river since I was a small boy. The Esperance didn't have the art to let it all go to shit without trying to do something to help out.
Ew.
There wasn't much the volunteer force could do, however. We wasted years in the river mud. Years getting sick.
Sounds like the working class. He looks at the spiraling light and stops. Oh, yeah. You were looking at the screen trying to figure out what I was trying to click. I was trying to be an independent streamer who can manage their own chat. Turns out I can't. So I was over there clicking, being like, how the fuck do you delete and ban it? You said I just click on it. Damn it! Anyway. I will figure it out one day when I choose to actually be a strong, independent woman. For now, helpful mods. Thanks, Shane. I can be strong and independent to just also lean on friends for help sometimes. It must have been tough, radioactive cleanup. Absolutely.
There's a reason why everyone's tried to forget any of it ever happened, and why no one has tried to repair or replace the pile.
He hesitates.
So much disappointment, and early deaths. Cancer mostly. And we knew all that was coming even as we were cleaning up as best we could.
Yeah, that's how it works. Those faults, whose fault was it that the generator failed?
No one's. Everyone's.
He sighs and shakes his head. I mean, yeah, it's just the fallibility of humans. We make broken shit sometimes.
So much bitterness.
I get it.
A bunch of poor people built themselves a primitive nuclear reactor, hoping for the best. What do you think is going to happen?
Oh, he lives in, like, constant pessimism. I get it. The resentment, I get it, but don't think it's helping you. How did you end up running a pawn shop?
The cleanup happened 15 years ago. I was young then. Later, my second aunt died. Left me this shack and all the assorted junk in it.
So you just organized it into shelves, basically?
So I came to Martinez. People told me don't go there. It's a shithole. I said, people, we just had a nuclear pile meltdown. I'm gonna get as far away from Forberg as I can. Still in the same city, but...
Shrugs. Yeah, I can respect that. Comfort while also trying to establish distance. Thank you for telling me.
I like the theory more than the story. Outward movement, not vortices.
He shrugs.
Yeah, you gotta get in on those vortices, my man.
Sure. We're not gonna ask him for drugs. Maybe we could sell it. No, to who? Him? Yeah, no, we don't. I don't want to do the drugs. Have other business to take care of now. Okay, but we know, if that ever comes up, that there's drugs. Thanks, autosave. I always forget.
You see rows of toy soldiers guarding the rest of the trinkets displayed on the table. Some on horseback, others in rags, others yet in bright blue uniforms. All are stern and unyielding in their duty.
For reasons unknown, we can fuck around with the figurines if we want. I guess similar to the books, right? Something to do. I'm like, nah, we're good. Okay. How do we further the investigation? Where are we at? Right. We didn't... Still, I'm so curious about this. But we didn't... but that's not the investigation. That's just the doomed hostel. I want to know... Like... Her associate. Just to talk... that's the raver thing. This one. The washerwoman is hiding something. Look around. Maybe get into her shack somehow. We are in her shack. So it's like this one, to me anyways, this one and this one are like investigation specific. And so I'm just like, I guess, you know, here's an idea. Just a thought. But like Joyce, maybe we could go talk to Joyce if she's still there at the end of that pier thingy and see if she'll take us over to the island. Because I figured she was going to be our transportation there. We just hadn't got around to exploring it, so we'll go see. Who knows? Boo, 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 boo. More traps. It's still weird to me that they leave the traps there and that they're clickable, even though the task is over. Sorry, I was just like, did they put something in the trap? Oh no, I've gotten pulled in. Where was she? She was just like at the end of a pier. A random pier. That was just like there. Was it here? Whee! Oh, stairs. Okay. Oh, we could probably go for a walk with her now, right? Shane was encouraging us to give that a try, and we've gone up and down the coast now. But I'm gonna see if Joyce will take us to the island first. Yeah, exactly. Near Sword Lady.
You're back. Good. What can I help you with?
Can you tell me about the tattoos? So I've been dealing with Everett again. More about this boat that you... Maybe talking to her about the boat? I don't know. Let's see if that will do it.
Well, technically speaking, I'm not on it right now.
She looks at the sloop way in the waves. At the sloop sway. The sloop sway. Does she have a name?
The boat? No. It is called Cordelati 19 because that's the type of sloop it is.
Okay, but what kind of boat is it?
It's a pleasure craft. A 19 pacer. It also happens to be rated for Category 1 racing. Though these days I mainly use it for business.
How do you like it?
My sloop? I like it a lot. It's the eel's hips, baby.
The fuck is eel's hips? What? Her lips curl into a wry smile.
I'm enjoying this part of the interview. It has so little to do with the murder we're investigating.
We need on the boat, dude. Shut up. Does she have a name? Do you have a license for the boat? I think I have a handle on the boat thing. Not a lot of people on boats, are there?
Of course there are. We're on an archipelago. How else are you supposed to get around?
We're on an archipelago? Look around.
Yes, we are. We are on Le Caillou.
She raises her brow.
Technically, the neighboring Ozone and Fas Alamer island groups are archipelagos, while La Caillou, by contrast, is a single fertile landmass, the fourth largest island in the world. It is not an archipelago.
Thank you for your technicality. We're not going to get into it. About that boat. understood about that boat of yours.
She nods attentively.
Damn it. I guess that's not it. Think I have a handle on the boat thing.
Good.
Oh, dang it. Let's talk about the lynching. Oh, well, maybe let's talk about the lynching?
Of course. Anything to help.
No. What was that about a bloodbath? Tell me again about the connection between the lynching and the strike. Tell me about you said that deceased assaulted a woman. Yeah, no. How much time do we have?
Until the executions start? Truthfully, I don't know. It depends on their progress identifying the members of the lynch mob and their impatience.
They don't report their progress to you?
Not on this matter. I'm afraid they consider this a personal initiative.
There's a brief silence. Seagulls squawk over the bay.
It's a matter of days, not weeks.
Okay, so no.
I am sorry to have been the bearer of bad news.
That's cool, that's cool. That did not work out. Like, how the fuck do we get to the island then? Well, I guess we'll go for the walk with her, because I don't know what else to do. Maybe we can wrap up the stream today for that, and it can just be mostly just talking to
Waves
people.
are beginning to die down. Look at those little bastards. Simmer down. Simmer down, bastards.
Okay.
Why does she care about the waves so much?
She lives on the water. Who wouldn't? What is it with you and the waves? And those waves? Never mind the waves. Let's stay on track here.
Of course. Question time.
Oh my god. Oh! I said that I don't get attached? When did I say that? Shit. It goes better when Kim's not around, eh? Shit. She needs to go on a date with another drunk. Badly. Well, it's only 3%. I don't think it's gonna go well, but fuck it. Let's try.
Oh, yes, she does. You need to get your drink on. There is no other way for human beings to procreate. Not after 6,000 years of yeast cultivation-based mating rituals.
What a fucking phrasing. Plenty of people manage to have sex without being high or drunk. Just saying. Like, hello. I like you, but I'm afraid to be around you because you're a woman. Sounds like an incel. I want to be close to you, but there's but one way to intimacy. That's not true. There are so many different ways to be intimate that aren't fucking sex. Since the dawn of mankind, Al Ghul has watched over the reprocreation of our species. Lay with me. Let's celebrate the goal. This makes me want to vomit. Alcohol makes closeness possible. Let's connect. Oh my god. They're all bad. Fuck. They're all really bad. I guess I'm just like, I'm not available to say these things because they make me so uncomfortable, so I'm going to go with just being afraid of her.
Okay. Where's this going?
I need to be drunk. Do you too? You do too. Please get drunk with me on a drunk date. Fuck. I hate that I have to say this.
Absurdly and pointedly phrased. You can be quite funny, officer. Anyway, what did you want?
She doesn't laugh.
She doesn't even understand you asked her out. Perhaps you're too sober to pull it off right now. Try again later.
LOL. That was fucking hilarious. And sad and dumb. My god. Okay, so here's my struggle, is I'm just like, can I get in there? Ooh, look, I'm in the Kim hole. Just like, I got in her shack. This is the kid's shack. What other shack can we get in of this lady? Yeah, there is nothing. There's Kim. There's the child. Confused. Does she have new dialogue? Thanks, Shane. Yes, I am incredibly smooth. Don't hate on me.
Our tenant, the policeman. I hope the waves don't keep you up at night. What can I help you with?
I guess, sorry, I'm just like, why would we ask her about the coat? But sure. I found this jacket, but it's filthy. Could you wash it for me?
I can wash it for you, but it's going to take about a half an hour. Think you can stay put for that long?
No?
No, we must run around ceaselessly. It would be torture to stay put.
Exactly.
I could use a breather. It's been another track and field day.
Oh, shit. So we should have done this first so that Kim would have stayed here, and then we could have... We probably still would have fucked up the roll. Anyways, the lieutenant says, rubbing his thigh. Yeah, I'll wait. No, not right now. Should we wait? Kim wants a break. We'll give Kim a break. Yeah, I'll wait.
Well, hand it over then, and I'll see what I can do.
Item lost. Interesting.
Must say, I'm proud of this one. It's pretty nice underneath all that filth. I hope you'll have an easier life in your hands.
It'll have I was like, I will have an easier life in my hands? What? Gained a fallen windbreaker. Nice. Okay. Goodbye, I'm off. So now the coat isn't covered in shit, which is cool. Pain, up, highlight, minus drama. That seems good. What do we have on right now? Fuck it. Look at us. So stylish. This windbreaker is like a protective cocoon, placing the wearer's torso in a pocket universe where wind, water, dirt, and fire cannot harm them. Not even fire? What? Huge writing 100% synthetic is proudly displayed on the chest. Ew. It lets absolutely no air through. Ew. That can be gross. Warning, item can actually fireproof. Well, item not actually fireproof. Okay, thanks. So then why the fuck did you list fire? Anyways, ridiculousness. Now we're styling.
Bent metal, broken glass. Your path lies strewn with the broken forms of everyday objects.
Okay.
You are the destroyer, the bane of inanimate matter.
Was this a personality thing, or gaze upon me, stuff and despair? No, I'm just a disempowered individual trying to take my disempowerment out on everyday objects. Accurate. Yeah, I rip shit apart. Childish. We're going to.
Look, there's a discarded milk carton on the floor. Why don't you destroy that, too?
Oh, it increases the half-light, which is I didn't get that half-light was aggression. So it makes me want to fight because it's always hot. Okay, we both really get that. Feeling hot, just like, God, it brings up anger so much faster. I'm frustrated, and now I'm starting to get hot, and now I'm furious. Because, I mean, you literally do get hot when you're mad. It's too much alike. Good idea. Fuck you, milk carton. This is all your fault. No, I actually feel sorry for the thing. It's destroyed. I'm sorry, milk carton. We're going with 2.
You're right. That's definitely not the behavior of a destroyer at all. That's just severe anger management problems and a disregard for property rights.
I don't know about property rights, but certainly anger management. Okay, so maybe we shouldn't wear this coat then? Yeah, I didn't realize half-light was aggression. What else we got here? Ooh, okay. Let's just go with that for now. Also very cool. Works with our necklace, quite frankly. Inland Empire and Volition. Okay. So, oh, I forgot to keep changing clothes when I was doing tasks and for checks. My bad. But I'm just like, what other shack? Is it this shack? No. It's not this shack. This isn't even a shack. I just wish I understood. What about the shack? Do you guys have more dialogue?
Tequila sunset.
He nods in appreciation. I mean, when proportioned right, there can be kind of yummy. Have you seen a red-haired woman named Ruby around here lately? The other one is, you seem like you're characterized by your storytelling ability. Want to tell me another one sometime? LOL. Have you seen Ruby?
Can't really remember seeing any women after losing my keys.
That sounds very unfortunate. Idiot doom spiral. Wow. That's so unkind.
It's a touchy topic. He hasn't got laid in ages.
Vibes.
He really has no idea who this Ruby is, sire.
You seem like you're characterized by your storytelling ability. Want to tell me another one sometime?
Whoop-de-doo. So now I'm a fucking storyteller.
My god, guy.
Right. Why not? Better than a beach bum.
He says, slapping his knee. Such fucking positivity. Like, your perspective creates everything, man. Try to have a moment of, like, lifting up and seeing what there is there to experience, rather than just being like, boo, boo, boo. Yes, want to tell me how you became Idiot Doom Spiral? Wow, just call him right out. No, actually, I've heard enough stories for a lifetime. They suck. Goodbye. I don't want to say that. But I also don't want to know how he became Idiot Doom Spiral. No, I guess we'll be mean. Bye.
Is what you almost say. But the
Thank
words choke in your throat.
Thank God.
Do you really want to miss out on all this good stuff? Perhaps it's significant.
Why not? What's in it for me? Yes, say it. Say it! Stories suck! I don't want to hear any of them. Ever! Like, this entire thing is a story. Oh no, I wouldn't want that. Not at all. What does it have? What's in it for me? Like, what, I'm just missing, I'm not trying to be greedy or like, everything's gotta be something I get, but also why, this game is talking to people for a reason, so what's the reason?
There might be interesting details, fresh experiences, exciting rewards. You'd really ignore it all?
Is it relevant to the investigation? No, I wouldn't want that. Not at all.
Exactly. So you know what to say.
God damn it. Yeah, you look like someone with a lot of cool stories. Want to tell me the one about how you became Idiot Doom Spiral?
It depends, really. Are you willing to help me out?
No.
The gleam in his eyes and the slouch in his posture is so incredibly familiar.
Mm-hmm.
You might get scammed here.
Yeah, that's why we're not going to do it. I have a feeling that this is going to cost me a lot. You want booze, don't you? What do you need?
Booze? Did you already forget our party? The thing I relayed to you earlier.
He taps his finger on his temple.
So, have you got anything for good old Idiot Doom Spiral? A bottle for a story. Seems fair to me.
We happen to have a bottle at the moment. Yeah. Here, I've got a potent Pilsner. I could do it. I've got some sweet Commodore Red. Oh yeah, we could also do that. Commodore. I'm not sure. Which one should I do? I don't have any on me right now. Yeah, which is bullshit. I don't want to give you any alcohol. I'm not an enabler. Oh, I don't know if that's enabling. I guess it could be. It's trading. Sure, let's give him the potent Pilsner.
Not much, but it will do.
He grabs the bottle from your hands and uncorks it immediately.
Hey, Spiral Boy, you gonna share that?
one of the other bums interjects.
Don't call Abigail!
Okay.
Shut up, guys. I'm telling a story here. Something happened to you. Something happened to me, too. My actual name is George. But around here, you already know.
George, the idiot doom spiral. Poor George.
I was once a reasonably high net worth individual. A founder / junior partner at a high concept creative services agency. When my story begins, I had just landed a major contract with an insurance firm.
Go on.
I used the profits from my agency to finance what I called a cultural incubator. Abstract value generation, value per person, high concept stuff.
Cool.
I developed the paradigm, worked within the paradigm, but the burden of leadership weighed heavily on me. So I went jogging every so often to keep myself sane.
That's good. Wait, how many people did you have working for you? Did the jogging help? Sure, how many people worked for you?
22 full-time employees. An all-star team. A potentially historical set of individuals. Worrying about them often kept me up well into the morning hours.
The struggles of being a leader. If you're a good leader, you worry a lot because people depend on you. Did the jogging help?
It did. With my trusty Sansarique tracksuit, I felt like I could conquer the world.
That's what you're wearing right now, eh?
But now dreams are worn thin, much like my tracksuit.
He says thoughtfully, brushing dust off of his shit-stained pants. Ooh. What happened?
One day I left on my evening run. As you may know, it's impossible to clear your head when you're distracted by the sound of keys jangling in your pockets.
He shakes the bottle and makes a ringing sound.
His eyes are clouded, his dilated blood vessels encircling his irises like stinging brambles.
Okay.
His eyes are your eyes.
Thanks, conceptualization.
So I removed the key ring and put the keys for the front gate and the apartment into different pockets to stop the jangling, you see? At least, that was the plan.
Mm-hmm.
I was halfway done with my usual lap when it started to rain. The reality situation became very wet, very quickly.
How wet are we talking exactly? We don't need to know. Go on.
I made my way back home and discovered that I didn't have the key to the front gate. I'd mixed it up with the key to the letterbox, which was useless.
Okay.
Naturally, the situation required me to climb over the gate, which I did. There was no climbing down because I slipped and landed on my ass.
Ouch. I would have landed on my feet. I've got feline reflexes. That's fucking bullshit. We're going with ouch.
Ouch, indeed. Reality was looking rather grim just then. Me lying on my ass in a mud pit in the middle of a heavy shower. But when life knocked me down, I always got up.
I feel like that's not how this went this time.
So I made my way across the yard. Standing in front of my apartment door, fumbling with my pockets, I realized that I'd also forgotten my apartment key.
So how did you lock it behind you then? You've got to be shitting me. Okay, so what happened next?
I rang my neighbor's buzzers. It was late, and most of them didn't even answer. Those who did assumed I was trying to sell them something and hung up before I could even explain the situation.
Oh, that's brutal. As society degrades, people are just, like, by patterns and self-protective, like, mental health degradation and shit. They're just there for each other less and less and less and less. And not because they don't want to be, but we're just, like, increasingly going into protective mode, which means that we're less available for connection in general.
People are naturally wary of ad men, you see. One moment someone chats you up, 5 minutes later you've bought a box of edible lingerie and a strap-on. I don't begrudge them, especially since I was known to be one of the best.
He pauses meaningfully. Okay, so what this has taught me is that I need to Google edible lingerie. That's a thing? it sounds very interesting. Also, maybe kind of uncomfortable because I'm thinking about like wearing something that biodegrades. But when you think about it like less and don't think about the logistics rather, sounds like it could be interesting.
Just then, I experienced a moment of clarity. I still had the key to my office. I could wait out the storm there.
Okay.
But when I reached my office, I remembered that I'd asked one of my producers to change the locks that day. And since I hired only the best, he'd already done it, and I couldn't get in.
This is a shit story of spiraling bad.
Anyway, long story short, life spiraled out of control. I haven't gotten into my apartment for years, and my girlfriend left me because she didn't want to date a homeless man. The company, well, you see where I'm going with this.
This is just nonsensical at this point, though, because I'm like, where was the property manager? Was there really no one that you could call? Why didn't you just wait by the building for your neighbors to let you in? There are so many solutions. I guess maybe I'm missing information here. Like, what?
So, now you've heard my tragic tale.
Not really.
What do you think? Like nothing you've ever heard, huh?
He takes a long swig of his drink. Years? Like, I could understand you saying days, maybe weeks, but it doesn't track for me. I'm just like, my hobo origin story. Locked myself out after a jog. Yeah, like, it's just poor writing, weak writing. I don't know. But again, maybe I'm missing something here. Too vague. He takes a long swig of his drink. Wait, is that it? I feel like there are some steps missing. Like, that's where I'm at. I'm so fucking distraught over this. Like, disoriented. What? It's only been a hobo cop. I've only been a hobo cop for a few days now, but it doesn't seem so bad. I mean, we do sleep in a shack, so we're not fully homeless. I don't know. Look on the bright side. You've got one hell of a story. I hate this. This is toxic positivity. Fuck this. You do realize all of this is your own fault. This is toxic negativity and just blaming. Blame doesn't help anybody. Fuck off. There's this black point in the world, a hole. It's already claimed an entire commercial area. Maybe you're another one of its victims? Wow, we're just extrapolating at this point. I literally can't believe it. We're gonna have to go with one. Wait, is that it? I feel like there are some steps missing.
Tequila, I've thought about this series of events for a long time. If there was anything else to it, I would have thought of it by now.
But why did you just give up?
Why didn't you go to the authorities?
Sure.
Well, at one point they came to me, but, you know, I didn't have any ID on me. So they tossed me in jail for 2 days.
Oh. That is technically a thing. Or I've heard. I should clarify. Someone told me. They might have just been being an abusive douche. But I have been told that cops in some areas, in some places, can basically arrest you on the grounds that you can't identify yourself. Interesting thought.
I can't say it increased my faith in the RCM. No offense, gentlemen.
I don't think you need to worry about offending us because that's just reasonable. Oh, yeah, right. Cops aren't reasonable. My bad. I mean, okay, let's be real. Most people getting offended aren't being reasonable because, as you pointed out, Shane, a long time ago when we first met, to be offended is a choice. Something doesn't offend you if you don't have unresolved cognitive dissonance over it. Resolve your dissonance rather than getting mad at someone and offended. Moving on. Okay, so these are all bad. But I have to go with another one? Damn it. I guess I literally can't believe it.
Me neither, Tequila. When I lost my keys, I lost more than access to my apartment. I also lost my leverage over humanity. I wasn't a high-concept creative director anymore. I was just some homeless asshole with a premium Sansorique Lycra tracksuit.
It's an interesting thought in terms of like everything that he just defined himself as is materially based, right? He defined himself based on his roles and based on his housing. But like something that technically shouldn't have changed across it all is who he actually is, like his fundamental values, beliefs, like how he operates in life and what matters to him. But none of that really seems to like factor in as he's describing things.
You can't imagine what that does to a man's confidence. Anyway, that was all the story one bottle gets you. Almost empty, this one.
LOL. Well, like, again, if your confidence is based externally on external validation, on external material things, then yeah, it's really easy to, like, dismantle it with stuff like this. But, like, real confidence that's not easily, like, poked and burst like a balloon, like, that stands up against difficulty, comes from within. It's you believing in yourself and knowing that you're confident in where you stand with things and that you're open to new information. But like, yeah, his confidence seemed really flimsy and just based on really unsustainable stuff. I hate that I still have to pick something else. Why do you keep losing all your stuff? Homelessness. You got nowhere to put it. Okay. I want to hear the story of your name again. No. Have you got any more stories? No. I want out. Okay. We be seeing you. Leave. Okay. So that's him. Let's try him. Thanks, autosave.
The legend returns. You know the dance. Smokable smokes. Pissable pilsner. Drink it. Then convert it to piss. And there's spirits and speed too.
Okay, I forgot that his whole thing is just buying stuff.
Time's cruel, Abigail.
The drunk man looks at you with his sad, swollen eyes. Have you seen any woman around here lately? Hey, I'm on an important official investigation. I demand you answer my questions. That's silly. You're not going to get an answer that way. Have you seen a woman?
Abigail? Abigail, where are you?
He's like in some kind of drunk delusion or psychotic episode. His voice perks up, then trails into a string of random babbling.
Don't call.
Slowly his head nods off to the side and he passes out, tongue dangling from his mouth.
There was little chance he'd be a reliable witness anyway.
Yeah, clearly. Okay, so they had no more dialogue. Good to know. Let's go over here. Oh, we're going around. So, admittedly at this point, I am struggling on, like, how the fuck do I actually move the investigation further? So, without, like, giving shit away, I'm probably going to poke you when I see you on the weekend, Shane, to be like, suggestions? But I can see that, like, the next thing is, or some of the next parts are, like, figuring out the trajectory. I guess we could go back to the, like, crime scene, and by that I mean, like, where he was actually murdered. See if there's anything more there. But, yeah, at this point, I am struggling to just figure out, like, how to not just fuck around with little stories on the side. I could keep going with that forever, right? But I'm at the point, like, how many... This is episode, I want to say 29. And so I'm just like, I'm really starting to wonder what the fuck's going on with the actual investigation. And I guess the little side quests are bringing us to, like, they're giving us little seeds and little, like, pellets to add to the story, but not much, you know what I mean? I'm feeling, I guess, impatient on wanting to move the full story a little bit, instead of fucking around with side stories. So yeah, if anybody has any suggestions, please feel free to throw it in the comments, either right now, just before I end the stream. I'm going to end soon, but otherwise, I do share every stream that I make on my YouTube channel. So if you haven't seen previous streams, you're more than welcome to go to my channel of the same name, ALifeLearned, and check out all the previous episodes and catch up. But otherwise, feel free to just go to the comments to be like, hey, doofus, did you try this? Or you forgot to open that door? Or whatever. I'm open to feedback. But otherwise, thank you so much for lurking. Very much appreciated. Thank you, Shane, for your help with modding. I'm going to have to learn how to frickin' deal with that one day. One day. But anyways, we'll see you guys next Monday. Oh my god, it's December. How is time flying so much? Where we will spend another day discoing the Elysium. And in the meantime, I hope you guys have a great day. Take care. Bye.